Abduresid Eminhaci. He's a youth activist who is joining us live from Turkey and will be speaking about an important and popular topic amongst the youth, activism. In particular, he will discuss how we can be successful Uyghur activists. So thank you so much for joining us today, Abduresid.
Assalamu alaikum, thank you too.
Wa alaikum assalam.
My voice is clear?
Yes, it's a
My
little...
voice is clear?
Yes, it's clear now.
Okay.
Do you have a PowerPoint to share as well, or?
No.
No, okay.
No.
I'll just stop saying. I will give you, one second, let me give you access to co-hosting. So I'll stop screen sharing. Thank you.
So can I start?
Yes. Oh, can you fix your camera a little? It's just, there you go. There we go.
Okay, so it's good?
Okay. Yes, it's good, inshallah.
So assalamu alaikum, everybody, and thank you for joining and inviting me to the just speak about my some opinions about activism. So I don't have any PowerPoint. Actually, the sister Aisha just sent me the topics I have to speak about it. So at first, I like to speak about the story, or how I started the activist work is at first step. So I came to the Turkey in 2016. Before that, I live in my country, Turkestan. And that time, even it is have a very the Chinese government don't give us any chance to take action, or do anything against it. It is politics. But I and my friends always did something. Like we just give some lectures or organize some activities, or organize some meetings, classes, like that. But after I came to the Turkey for study in Islamic science in Turkey, I just after I joined to the university, I planned with my friends to start a new studying group, because the youth, when they came to the Turkey, they don't like to influence or involve in some political organizations. They like to be hidden. So we just said, so we just start a group, small group, private group with our friends, and we just do something for knowledging or informing the youth about the Turkestan history and anything else. So we started there, and also we established 1 year after the group named Achil, and after we just decided not to return to the Turkestan, and so we just said, so we don't have to hide after the cameras or anything, or the fake social media accounts. So we started the Achel, and we just organize lectures and about the logics, saltus, Islamic nationalists, critical thinkers, all things benefit to the East Turkestan youth to be prepared to take the responsibility about their country, the East Turkestan. So after that, I just joined it in my foundation, the Saçık Foundation for Science and Civilization. I am now working at it as a vice president of it. But that time I joined it as a project manager and event organizer. So that's my first step to become an activist. And after that, I also joined the East Turkestan New Generation Movement. That's the activist organization to make awareness in Turkey and just we worked to attract the attention of the Turkish youth, Turkish people to East Turkestan cause and ongoing genocide. In that time, 2018, even the Turkish people are not aware about what's happening in East Turkestan. Now it is everyone know about East Turkestan, but that time even the people cannot call the right name of the East Turkestan. They also always say East Turkmenistan or Turkmenistan, like that. Was the hurtful thing we always face. They said, you are our brothers, you are from Turkmenistan. The people do not know about our country. But now everyone can speak rightly the name of our country. So after that, I just began my the second step as a Secretary General of that New Generation Movement. And then in 2020 or 2020, we established the International Union of the East Turkestan organizations. We have a lot of member organizations around the world. My foundation, the Saçık Foundation, also the member and the founder of this union. This union is an umbrella body of the East Turkestan organizations around the world with the conservative, pro-independence views. So I am now Secretary General of this union. So this is my story to beginning to now. You cannot see me on social media usually because my most work at organizing and support the organizations and activists like that. So the next topic is for the activism, the main topic of my lecture. How can be the Uyghur youth the most successful activists? It is the first step in my experience for 5 years. I see a lot of activists, Uyghur activists or the other activists from another nations. They just doing something for us. I think the most important side you have to take care of it, that you have to just limit your limitation. Sometimes it is not. I see someone's just said he's an activist. He is just fighting for his family, but he is talking about politics or talking about another things. He cannot take responsible for it. So for the activists, it is very important to limit your limitation, limit your border. Just say what you can say and stop in as a just be the activist, not the politicians. That is the most important way. Also, you must choose your role, as I say, and also being patient, not stop. Sometimes we just, as a Uyghur people, sometimes when we seeing the international changes, when we see the China accepted by international community, the people, maybe the United Nations or another international liberal organizations don't take action, the real steps to stop the genocide. We sometimes just losing our motivation, being very upset. So for the activists, it is very important to be patient, not stop. And don't forget the first motivation for us, for being a Muslim, as a Muslim, yes, Allah is your first purpose and your goal, and it is the motivation. Also, the sufferings, the genocide our people facing, it is the second motivation for us to work harder, and it is the most important part. Also, as in my experience, you have to learn the English very well, not as bad as mine. You have to learn English very good. You have to learn how to express about yourself, your thoughts, your feelings, because the activist is who do something to make the political things or very big things to close to people to feel, to empathy. It is different from the politicians or other like the scholars. Scholars just say something academically. Politicians always say something in political way, but activists can make the things close to feel, easy to live, and easy to be empathy with it. So that's very important to improve your speaking skills and improve your also learn the language of the nation you live. Maybe in Turkey, you have to learn the Turkish language very well. In Canada, you have to learn the English or French. Also in Europe, you have to learn the language. Also, I always recommend the Arabic language also for the Uyghurs, because it is as we are the Muslim community, the Muslims around the world, most of them speaking the English. Also the Arabic community, in spite of they are the Muslims and they are the responsibility to help us to support our causes, but most of them don't know much about the genocide we are suffering now. So it is very important to just share the Arabic things, videos, photos, and some news about us. So it is important for us to learn Arabic very well. And also media skills, talking skills, and so you must follow the trends. You must know about the political situations and changes related to China and your cause. So it is very important for the activists to learn about all things around you, all things related to your cause. Sometimes if you are an activist and all people around you just followed you because you just share about the Turkestan or your family or something else, and they trust you. But if you just talk about something the false news or something not right, it will lose your so make the people don't trust you. That's the very important. So you have to improve your knowledge. Also, you have to improve your understanding the political changes around the world. It is very important. Also, the other things I like to say for activism, in my experiences, it is very important to work with the organizations, even it is the East Turkestan organizations or the others like the international human rights organizations like the Human Rights Watch or Amnesty, like that, because as an activist, you need a support from the organizational work. And also you have to just build some relations with the media, local media and the international media, because you need the media to make your voice louder and also effectively. So it is very important to make the relations with media and the local and international organizations. So also I just like to say at the end of my speech, as an activist, what we just asked request from the international community, it is a very important thing too. The organization is now international, Turkestan organization is now, especially the one is just working in political areas. They just now meeting. They are meeting with the politicians or governors like that. Their requests or the thing they are talking about is different from the activists. So the activists request the people. The first one is the awareness of the East Turkestan cause, about the East Turkestan cause. It is very important thing. So you have to every day to do every day or every week or just manually, just you have to share about what happening in East Turkestan in your the pages or Twitters, or just you do something, organize some meetings, or just there are the another thing. It is a very effectively. It is just join to groups of the students, or just make a group for your own. Just that the East Turkestan friends like that, or the friends like that with some youth in your local community. So you can just always make them know about your activity, your cause. It is very important. So the one thing you have to request the people, so that just you have to ask people, request the people around the world, the international community, to accept the truth of the East Turkestan genocide. The world now accepted and believe it in the truth of the Holocaust, yes, and the trust that the Japanese army occupied the Chinese homeland in World War II. So now you have to make the people trust and believe in the East Turkestan cause, the occupation of East Turkestan, the assimilation politics, or also the ongoing genocide and the concentration camps, the all things happening in East Turkestan. So you have to choose your words, and you have to clear your goals and requests from the people. Also, you have to ask people to act. It is very important for activists. Sometimes we just give some lectures or give some just organize some meetings. We just talked about Turkestan 1 hour or 30 minutes, and then people will ask us, so what we can do. That's very important. So you have to give the people and just explain to them what they can do. It is very important. Now the whole world, or most of the people started to know about the Turkestan, but now they have to take action in their with their any condition, like they can boycotting the made in China products, or the joining the social media campaigns, Twitter trends, or just joining the meetings like this. So you have to just saying to people what they can do, and don't ask them do just that just make our homeland independence, or just said just erase the China. Like, don't ask them, request them the things they cannot do. Just say to them, just when you just talking to the students or talking to the people who are working, the working community, you just request them what they can do, the student can do. But when you just talking to the kids in the maybe the high school or junior high school, you have to choose the things you request them to act. Also, now the Turkestan cause become more political than ever, because the whole world now they are the genocide happening in Turkestan. Also, you can the academic reporters, also the other things events released by the institutions, by the news agencies, or another agencies. So the fact the genocide is happening is not the hidden thing, or is not the hard thing to do or hard thing to believe. So, but the governments, the nations, the international organizations like the UN and also the United Nations and the Europe nations, so they are not taking the real action. So as an activist, you have to ask people to push their governments, their parliament members to talk about genocide and taking the real action against Chinese assimilation politics. So it is very important to, as an activist, to request people to do something for their government to take action. That's very good, very important. So that's what I can say about being a youth activist. Also, we are the Muslim. As a Muslim, inshallah, we have the hope. We have the hope for the win. We have the hope we can take over the old things we are suffering now. So that's very important not to lose hope for being the people like us, because I am unfortunately seeing a lot of Turkestan youth, the university students or others who lose the hope. I see them, they don't have the motivation to leave the abroad in Turkey or other places. It is very bad things, so the horrible situation. So for us, everyone, the one who activists or not, the hope is the very important thing. Is you have to save it and improve it, always raise it, because you are a Muslim. You have to believe in Allah. He will make you strong, make you, your actions will be benefit to your cause, inshallah. So thank you all. If there are any question, I can respond.
Okay, thank you so much, Brother Abduresid. I do want to say your English is not bad at all, okay? You did a good job, mashallah. That was very advice packed, and inshallah we all noted down things.
First speech, yeah, first English speech in front of a lot of people and online, yeah, it is very